Hey ladies, welcome to Women Win Wednesdays. Today we're going to talk about who are we when all the makeup comes off at the end of the night? Who are we when we take off that power suit at the end of a long day? And who are we when all the kids are grown up and out of the house? Today we're going to talk about identity on Women Win Wednesdays coming up next. Hey ladies, welcome to Women Win Wednesdays, and we're going to be talking about identity today. So the first thing I really want to talk about is something that we all know and love as little girls, and it was Barbies. And so every little girl loved and wanted a Barbie. I love Barbie because she had all these crazy careers. She was a NASCAR driver. She was a vet. She was an astrophysicist, a doctor, a nurse, a LPN, and she just had so much that we wanted as little girls. She had a little Barbie baby, and you know what? A Barbie is not complete without what? Her Barbie house. I had that pool, right? And had that pink Corvette Barbie car. What did that Barbie car have? The diamonds in the back, the sunroof top, digging the scene with the gangster league and all that stuff, right? And no Barbie, of course, is complete without what? Her Ken, right? And so we wanted everything that Barbie had. And as a little girl, I wanted to be just like Barbie because I felt like, I could do anything. And on the back of all of her boxes, it said, you can be anything. Now, I'm not promoting Barbie. I'm not promoting, who she is and, the dolls or anything. I'm just really trying to make a point that, as little girls, that was our identity. We grew up, playing house and having a Ken and all these things and wanting everything that she was all about. And there's nothing wrong with that until you get older and, you figure out, hey, I can't be a ballerina. My mother actually put me in ballerina classes at 11 years old. And I've always, been thickums. I've always had, as I got older, curvy, and I'm not this, I'm not that. So that was something that I couldn't be. So I had to actually go in and find out what actually was I good at. I wasn't, gonna be an astrophysicist because I didn't like math, but I love to talk. So, of course, going into business. And so I'm gonna do what everybody's supposed to do, right? I'm gonna go to college. I'm gonna get my degree. That's what we do, right? So we got the bachelor's, we got the master's, we got that executive level job, that power suit and everything. And after a while, that became my identity. That became my title. And so I was trying to wonder, who was I, in this power suit? So making my job my identity, it was really about, trying to add value to myself. So I made my job my identity, and then one day I lost my job. So who was I after that? And growing up, I made my body, my curviness, my shapeliness, my thickness, my identity until I ate too many cupcakes, right? And, getting married, I made my husband, my everything until I found out he was not Jesus incarnate. He could not validate me. He could not make me happy. He could not fulfill me because he was a fallible, and he is a fallible human being. So, like Barbie, I had wanting to have it all, but those were things that couldn't fulfill me. So let's say you don't have the job that you want. Is that your identity? Will you be fulfilled? You don't have the husband that you so desire. Everybody's not going to be married. Everybody's not going to have these executive level careers. So who are you if you don't have those things? If you're, Barbie had a baby, what if you're not a mother? Does that make you less than? And, what I want to do right now is really talk to, those women who don't have children. I want to kind of stop and pause and talk to you and just let you know that, that does not validate. Children don't validate, who you are as a person. And I understand as a woman who has dealt with things like infertility and wanting to have children, It's very tough as women when you go through things like that. And so what I want to say to you women is that, and very much like myself, is that we as women have to find the beauty really in who we are. It's not our titles, because titles come and go. You know, we deal with health issues. What if you can't wear that power suit anymore? What if you can't go to that job anymore? What's your identity then? So let's find the value in who we are. And, you know, kind of just going back to those ladies that are dealing with infertility, I just want to quickly talk to you because I've dealt with that. And I want you to just know that don't allow people to incarcerate you with, you know, their idea of what a woman should be, and make you a prisoner of their expectation. We as women, we have to deal with so much. We have to deal with the beauty and the pain of life, and all of us as women have to deal with the beauty and the pain of the things that we go through every day. So women who don't have children, find the beauty in it. Find the beauty in the freedom that you have. There's so many things that you can do that moms unfortunately can't do. And those moms, you know, I give you and I commend you, because you are working so hard. You have such a grace to be able to raise those children through challenges, children with challenges, children with needs. And hey, you're doing it. You know, you're trying to be authors when, you know, you're writing when the kids are going to sleep. You're going to school, trying to get it done when those kids are asleep. And you're going to have to find the beauty in that, because having young children is a struggle too. So who am I outside of that? Who am I outside of not having children? And so many people have asked me, Tam, are you going to ever have kids? And I say no. And they're like, oh, you don't want any kids? And I don't feel bad about it anymore, because I've embraced the beauty of my freedom. I have embraced the beauty of having the best of both worlds. I have, and with women like me, we have the best of both worlds. We are able to have that freedom. If I wanted to, you know, go on a long trip, or if I wanted to come home and take a nap, or if I wanted to travel for an extended period of time, I have the freedom to do that. But I also have the freedom to have relationships with so many young people who need my attention, and I have the ability to give them that. So if I'm not a mom, who am I? If I'm not, you know, the CEO of a big company, who am I? If you're not in the place where you think you should be in this stage of life, who are you? So what I want you to do is, I want you at the bottom of the screen in that comment below, I want you to tell me, you know, who you are. What's your identity? Who are you? And so I'll start by telling you, you know, who am I? I'm an encourager. I love to talk. I am a cheerleader. I am a mentor. I am a loyal best friend. I am that friend that knows where the bodies are buried. Shoot, I probably helped you bury them. But you know what? I'll never tell anybody, because, you know, I'm a good friend. And I am loved unconditionally by just a select few of people. But I am a lover of many people on this planet. So what do we do to find our identity? And really, what is identity? What is it all about? Is it about being an executive? Is it about, you know, wearing the power suit and the makeup? What is it about? It's really about leaving a legacy. And legacy is not just about children and having, you know, biological children, because you can have biological children. But you can also adopt children. You can, you know, I have a friend who has snowflake babies, and she's a mom that way. But what else? Who else are you? And so, who are you outside of those things? And so, I really want you to really think about leaving a legacy to, you know, people in your community, people in your city. You could work with people that are homeless, people that are dealing with domestic violence, and I am a staunch supporter of women who are dealing with domestic violence and mental and physical and sexual and even financial abuse. I am a staunch advocate for women like that. So what can we do to leave that legacy? And let's say that you have the ability to do so. Leave your mark on people's lives every day. Let's say you could be a coach those kids that don't have a father or a mother, or be a troop leader, or be that person who takes someone grocery shopping. It's really all about, at the end of the day, people. That's how you really leave a legacy. That's who you are. And I love to say that I am a legacy and a light bearer. When I leave this planet, I want to be able to say I help people. There are young people that I've had an opportunity to mentor and to coach and to hire, and today they are nurses and doctors and scientists. But most importantly, they're people that help their community. Most importantly, they are productive members of society. Most importantly, they help their community. Most importantly, they are people who love people. And I can say that that's a legacy that will live long after I'm gone. And so what I want you to do is really think about who you are. And again, leave your comments below. Be your authentic self. Give the world who you are. Don't shy away from really who you are. So show the world the real you. Show the world your quirky self, your sassy self, your smart self, the awkward self, your creative self. Show everybody who you really are, because that's really what's gonna last. So again, I want you to leave those comments below and tell me who you are. We want to celebrate you. So that's it for Women Win Wednesdays. Again, remember, we want to hear what you want to talk about. Hit me up at womenwinwednesdays@gmail.com. Don't forget to leave your subject in the subject line that you want to talk about, and say, hey Tam, let's talk about X, Y, and Z, and that's what we'll talk about. So again, we'll see you next week. Be that light and life bearer. And again, always on Women Win Network, you win, I win, and we win as women. See you next week.